I'm about to make some major changes on my Blackberry situation, and major changes, not right now, but this year. Some things are going to happen that I didn't really foresee. Well, I kind of did, but didn't think it'd be this quick. It is what it is. So this year I've already shown you that this tub right here has a blackberry has penetrated through the bottom, which means the bottom cracked. I don't think it bored its way through the bottom, but the bottom of the tub, and these are all blackberries in containers, wicking tubs to be specific. But they're a hole, a crack, a rupture, whatever, was made in this tub, and I had a blackberry come out, a root come out, and make a blackberry plant form up here. Like it's what they do. They spread, they propagate themselves from the roots. The root goes down, comes up, pops up a new cane. Well, that's what happened right here, because this particular tub had a rupture in it, it had a hole in the bottom. So I knew these blue tubs were getting close to their end of their lifespan, which is 5 to 7 years. I've had them in here for 4 years, but I could have fed them to the cows. Could have fed these tubs, the mineral tubs, to the cows 2-3 years before that. So they're at their end of their lifespan, and I kind of knew it was coming, but you want to put things off and you want to pretend things aren't going to happen. But when that happened, I knew we had a problem. I'd already replaced that tub because it had a split in the side of it. Showed that on a video. Pretty easy to do, considering. It went real well. You need to watch that video. But I knew it was coming, but now I come along and I see a lot of splits in these tubs. That one is split. That one, and that's the one I just replaced last year, is split. So I've got a lot of issues. The tubs are at the end of their lifespan. That's what I'm trying to say. So what I'm going to do, 2 ways I may move in this. I am not happy with my Ponca blackberries. I can't put my finger on it, what I don't like. They don't reproduce themselves as well. You can see this one came up, but this one last year didn't hardly have anything in it. I took a cane from here, put it over there, and did a tip layering, a tip growth, tip propagation on this tub, and it came out fine. I'm beautiful. Got a good stand of berries in it. But the Poncas just don't seem to reproduce themselves well, and it could be that they just don't do well in containers. I don't see any reason why that would be so, but I don't know. So I'm just kind of saying that could be possible. I like the way they taste. They're much sweeter than the Primark Freedoms, and that's what these are. And these are summer berries. This is toward the end of July, and these are summer berries, and they're doing great. Big summer berries from Prima canes on these Primark Freedoms. Some of them are very sweet and very good. The Ponca berries in these orange tubs, the Ponca berries are much sweeter, but they're real small. They're just like that. Instead of, I'm used to a blackberry that's 1 inch long, 1.5 inches long, as long as 1.5 inches long. And I don't know, I just like bigger blackberries. Somebody told me once bigger blackberries meant bigger seeds, and I said, no, you're wrong. Bigger blackberries mean bigger cobblers. So that's my theory. So what I'm going to do, one of 2 things. I've got to quit the blues because all the blues I have, all the blue tubs I have, and I've got about maybe 10 more, are tubs that are several years old. So I'll just be replacing a blue with a blue that's gonna blow out, gonna have a blowout on it sooner, pretty soon. So these tubs, I got them from a feed store. I don't know what it is, but the material on these tubs is, 2x, 3 times as thick as the material on these blue tubs. So option 1, I'm either going to pull these out of here and put them in here, because I don't like the Poncas as well as I like the Primark Freedoms. So I'm just going to swap tubs, which means I've got to do something with the Poncas. I am probably going to give those away. My neighbors already expressed interest in any blackberries. Both 2 neighbors have expressed interest in any blackberries that I don't have, that I don't want. So probably going to give those away and use option 1. Take these out, slide one of these right under it, and it's just, you know, you pick it up, what I did in the past, pick it up with a tractor, wrap a chain around it or something, and it just, the one I did just pulled straight up out of there. I slid another tub in, put it straight back down. I mean, it was a flawless process. Well, to do all these, I'll have to take my trellis down, probably just make it easier on me to do. But anyway, that's the plan, is to swap out, either swap out these orange tubs for these and throw these away, because they've done it. They've lived their life. Or I'm going to put all these blue tubs, all these Primark Freedoms, in EarthBoxes. I have not decided yet, and I'm not going to do this till, even though the tubs are ruptured, I'm just watering every day to make, you know, to make it to where even if some of the water leaks out, the fact that I water from the top means it soaks down in there. So I doubt that I'm losing much. You know, the one with the rupture in the bottom may not have much of a reservoir on it, but again, I'm watering every day just to compensate for ruptures in these blue tubs. Now, how long will these orange tubs last? How many more years will these last? I don't know. But once I make the swap, I really, you know, I just have to watch them. I really think they'll last several more years. And I've got a lot of EarthBoxes, some of which I use for flowers this year and whatever. So I've got more EarthBoxes than I typically need for what we plant as far as groceries, you know, tomatoes, peppers, whatever. Plus I've got those 2 Vajayga garden beds. So, you know, I've got plenty of room for vegetables in containers, and I've got this area up here that I've got tarped out. I can do corn, peas, things like that in that area. So my big change is going to be, these will either go in new containers, new old containers, different containers, thicker containers, more sturdy containers, or they're going to go in EarthBoxes. I'm leaning toward our EarthBoxes. I just like the way they look, much more pretty than these blue, what I call hillbilly blue containers. So I really feel like that's what I'm going to do, is go with the EarthBoxes. That way I can show you how well blackberries do in EarthBoxes. I've been asked that many times, and I had a blackberry plant, 2 blackberry plants in an EarthBox for about 2 years, and it did great. I gave the plant to my neighbor, and he planted them in the ground. They did famously there. I took the EarthBox back and used it for my garden. So I'm leaning toward EarthBoxes just so I can document how well they do in not just containers, but in different containers, EarthBoxes. And then use these for something else, use these for gardening as long as they'll last, because these are the Wicking Tub. They've already been built and everything. I just can't throw them away. That would be stupid. But the blue ones now, blue one's a different story. They're just gonna get thrown away, probably. I'll keep the pipe, maybe, something like that, you know, so I don't lose just everything. But that's the plan. Again, it may be this fall before I do it. I'm not gonna do it in the heat of the summer for several reasons. I don't want to do it in the heat of the summer. And also it's just less shock on a plant if you don't mess with it too much during the summertime, during the hot summer, especially here in Texas. So just want to let you know what's going up. What do you think? Do you think EarthBoxes is a good idea? Or have you tried EarthBoxes for a fruit tree, something like that, or for blackberries? Again, I've done blackberries for 2 years in them, and they did great. So I don't think there's an issue there. There's about the same amount of soil, potting mix, in an EarthBox as there is in this blue tub. So they should have almost the exact same root area to spread the roots and such. So I think it'll be a good experiment. I think it'll be a good deal, and I can keep them in containers, which means I keep them contained. They're not going down and like they do when they're in the ground and spreading out and putting up a cane here and a cane here and stuff I just didn't want. That's one of the main reasons I put them here, because I want them to go where I want them to go, and every one of them comes up inside the tub except for that one that didn't. It came up right there because the tub busted. So let me know what you think, if it's a good idea, if you want to see blackberries in EarthBoxes. And you know, I think that would be a good experiment. You know, it'd be a year or 2 experiment, although I would be putting mature plants in an EarthBox. In fact, I would have to probably cut out cut some of it out because the EarthBox is shaped different. I'd have to trim some of the roots off, and would have some roots to give to neighbors and things like that. So let me know what you think. And also, if you want to see the replacing of that tub right there, which I thought just went really cool, look up there right about now. And it's just pretty neat looking video. Check it out. All right, we're gone.